It's week 2 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Drake May. He's gonna have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Eagles and the Falcons under the lights on Monday night.
Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, week 2 of the season. Greg, as you get the season going, you want to get that first game under your belt. Now, it almost feels like all the build-up is past. Now we're looking ahead to this long marathon of a regular season.
Absolutely, and this is really where you fall into the pace of the NFL season. All off-season, no matter how hard you try to say, all right, week 1 is just 1 of 17, that's not the case. It is different, Mike. You have all training camp, all summer, all spring to prepare for one opponent. Well, now that game is over and done with.
The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go here on Monday night. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
It's not so much that he was able to throw for over 400 yards in last week's game, Mike, but it's the fact that he made it look so easy. Every time he touched the ball, it seemed like they were just up and down the field with very little resistance. And he doesn't necessarily have to repeat that type of production this week, but it certainly wouldn't hurt their chances of winning if he's somehow able to do so.
And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The defense with a statement on the game's first play. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. And now the first carry for Devin Singletary. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in on the tackle. 3rd and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He'll get that complete to Ross. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for an Eagles first down.
I think it's so critical to start the game fast. When you hear every coach and player harp on it in their press interviews and in their conferences, it's something that everybody stresses, but it's easier said than done. So I think for them to come out and face an early 3rd down and be able to pick up a first and extend this possession, I think it goes a long way towards everybody on that sideline and in that huddle just taking a deep breath.
That's going to be dropped underneath for Singletary. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. They'll run straight ahead with Singletary. And he'll get forward for about a yard. And Landon Roberts in there on the tackle. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. To throw is May. Open man is Douglas. It's complete. 14 on the pickup. First down, Philadelphia.
Really nice call there on 3rd and inches. You have the defense thinking run, and then you hit them with the short pass, and the yardage you get after that is just gravy. They turn this into a nice play, and they pick up the first down.
They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. That stop made by Byron Young. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Out of the gun, they'll give it to Singletary. And it'll be a pickup of 3, so 3rd down forthcoming. Out of the gun, here's May. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Malachi Corley. And now it's 4th down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. Even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of his game plan as the game unfolds. And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Falcons, led out by their quarterback, Kirk Cousins. One of the big moves in the offseason, Atlanta acquiring Cousins in free agency. He had 6 years in Washington, the last 6 in Minnesota, and now he begins his run this season with the Falcons.
I don't care how long you've been playing or how good of a player you are, Mike. It is inevitable in the NFL that some days it just doesn't go your way, and you're going to have a bad game. The key, though, is can you prevent that one bad performance from turning into 2? And that's certainly the case here today. It's going to take a significantly better performance out of him at the quarterback position if they want to avoid another loss. A big part of that is, can he mentally bounce back from last week, put it behind him, and come out and play to his level of football?
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. On first down, Cousins. He finds the big tight end. That's Gerald Everett. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. That is caught. After the catch, he's hit, and the ball is out.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. On first and 10, Cousins. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Cousins. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Falcons.
The man in motion is Watson. Here comes the third-year man out of Michigan State, Kenneth Walker. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. They go play action with Cousins. Open man, downfield, Chase has it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's the third-year man, Isaiah Pacheco. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down.
And he's in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Falcons. That his first touchdown of the new year.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Makes the score Falcons 7, Eagles 3.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Eagles offense ready to see the football for the second time. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. 2nd down and 3. Here's May. Quick throw here is complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Singletary now on 1st and 10. Past midfield to the 45. And he's going to be taken down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
He'll manage only a couple. And Landon Roberts in there on the tackle. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8.
At the Falcons 39-yard line.
To throw now, May. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. 7-3 is our score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now, Cousins. In trouble, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Still 2nd down.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Now Cousins. That's to the tight end, Kohler. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a called to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Falcons send their punting unit out. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Singletary. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Slot man in motion left. Throwing on 2nd down. May. That'll be caught by the running back Singletary. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and
under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
they probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
May to throw on 2nd down. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. It is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is May. That's the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Falcons offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Cousins. He's got his big target, Everett. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the 1st down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground in line, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Right back to Watson. Another grab. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. The first carry for the Spartan, Kenneth Walker. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Now whistles here and a penalty. I think somebody moved early up front. Play action now. It's Cousins. This one deep downfield for Chase. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second down, Cousins. He gets it to Jonathan Mingo. And the Falcons are going to be set up. First and goal coming up. They'll mark them down at the 6-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Gerald Everett, touchdown Atlanta.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand. Let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Makes the score Falcons 14, Eagles 3. Justin Tucker.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with first and 10. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. On second down, it's May. Has completed to Douglas. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and third down coming up. From out of the gun, here's May. That one is batted away, incomplete. No separation that time, tightly defended. It brings up fourth down. Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. There's Kirk Cousins. He and the Falcons set for their next drive. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. On first and 10, Cousins. That's complete to Watson. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. He finds his big tight end, Everett. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Cousins gonna throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
I can appreciate the idea of keeping the play alive, right? Giving as much time as possible to your targets to uncover downfield. But you also have to play to your strengths. You got to know the type of player that you are. In this case, doesn't have quite enough speed to get away and probably should have just thrown it away.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. They don't want a repeat of first down, so they'll keep it on the ground now. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5. Third and long. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Once again, they keep it on the ground. So a good chunk of yardage there, but still well short of the first down. Here's Blake Gillikin now, as he's on to punt for the second time. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line.
Their own 20-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we have hit halftime here on a Monday night as we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, where the coach is Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and a big tight end momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was the Packers who get the win at home. Geno Smith, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounce back from the defeat on opening weekend. From there, let's stay in the Midwest and head down to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Russell Wilson, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their 2nd straight to start the year. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Baker Mayfield, 3 touchdown passes as his guys moved to 2-0 on the young season. These 2 teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Falcons offense and Kirk Cousins heading back on the field. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. On first down, Cousins. It's complete to Evans. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly 1 play to get our answer. They continue to get chunk plays like this. This thing could get out of reach fast.
Cousins now. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Throwing now, Cousins. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. Throwing is Cousins. Toward the outside. Catch made by Watson. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Now, Cousins. Little short pass here. Caught by his tight end. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense back onto the field for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Throwing on 2nd down, May. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
The Falcons offense ready to get back to work. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
Now, Cousins. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. Cousins. Quick throw here is complete. Strong. And he will have this at midfield. Forced out of bounds there. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The man in motion is Watson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Cousins. To the left side in the hands of Watson. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down. To throw is Cousins. Right back to Watson. Another grab. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Automatic first down.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Cousins. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield, so it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time?
He was looking for Kenneth Walker out of the backfield. And it's going to be 4th down. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. That's the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, here's May. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Trying to get to the edge, he will not get there. As a matter of fact, he was taken down behind the line, and that brings up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Here comes the Eagles punt team, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. Here comes Smith on the return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Falcons offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. There's that man again. Another catch. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Toward the middle, that one caught by Watson.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
He'll get this complete to Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. A gain there of 24 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
We see this week in and week out, Mike. These running backs in today's game, they really have the skill set of a wide receiver. So if you're going to guard him one-on-one, and you know the offense is going to use him in the passing game, you better have that guy. You better have that matchup guy that you're confident to put on him and say, okay, you're going to go out there in space and defend a receiver like this. And after plays like that, I'm not sure how much more man coverage they can afford to play. receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Here's Cousins throwing from the pistol. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one and they let him off the hook. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll give it to Singletary to begin this drive. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From out of the gun, here's May. That'll be caught by the running back, Singletary. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing now is May. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. To throw now, May. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete, and they have the 1st down. So they get the completion on 1st and 5, and now they'll set up 1st and 10. Here's May again. He's going to keep it himself, and he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
It's 2nd and inches at the Falcons 17-yard line.
They motion the slot man left. On 2nd down, it's May. He fumbled the football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
A give to Singletary on the zone read. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. They run here with Singletary. And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
To throw is May. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal. They're going. It's May. And that's going to be incomplete. They roll the dice, 4th and goal, but they're going to wind up being turned away by the defense.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
A tight end in motion now. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll get this only up to about the 33-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Cousins. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll send a tight end in motion. Play action now. It's Cousins. Passing right side, and Chase has it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead, and they for sure are not letting their foot off the gas. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
On the ground, it's Walker. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Once again, it's Walker. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. We'll try and run it with Walker. They will have it at the 24-yard line. That's enough for a 1st down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. first and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. A give here to Pacheco. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Here's a handoff to Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? They run with Walker. Looking for room out on the edge. He's not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's fourth down.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. They didn't quite get the shutout they were hoping for and likely deserved. This was a tremendous defensive performance. They held the other guys to just a field goal. That's all. That defensive unit was the driving force in this victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Philadelphia, good night.